Hello everyone, welcome on BioFun Learning. I am Dr. Sarita Agrari and today we are going to start another new important chapter of class 8, chapter 9, that is reproduction in animals. ये चैप्टर बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है, ये फाउंडेशन है आपकी हायर स्टडीज़ के लिए, तो इसे ध्यान से सुनिए और समझने की कोशिश करिए। और साथ ही में मैं आपको ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि हम ऑनलाइन क्लासेस लेते हैं क्लास 8 से 12 तक के लिए, नीट के लिए, बीएससी, एमएससी, बीटेक के लिए। अगर आप इंटरेस्टेड हो तो आप हमें कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो, कांटेक्ट नंबर यहाँ लिखा हुआ है। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द चैप्टर रिप्रोडक्शन इन एनिमल्स। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू मस्ट नो व्हाट इज़ रिप्रोडक्शन। रिप्रोडक्शन मीन्स टू रिप्रोड्यूस, फिर से प्रोड्यूस करना। इट इज़ अ बायोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस बाय विच एन ऑर्गेनिज्म reproduces an offsprings who is biologically or genetically similar to the parent organisms. Offsprings मतलब young one, संतान या बच्चे, तो अपनी तरीके की ही offsprings प्रोड्यूस करना, that means reproduction. So why the reproduction is so important? Because it is the main feature of life on the earth. इसी की वजह से अर्थ पे लाइफ है. Reproduction enables and ensures the continuity of species generation after generation. Each individual organism exists as the result of reproduction. Imagine करो कि अगर reproduction नहीं होता तो क्या होता? सारी species extinct हो गई होती, खत्म हो गई होती. रिप्रोडक्शन की वजह से ही स्पीसीज की कंटिन्यूटी बनी है, जनरेशन आफ्टर जनरेशन. Mode of reproduction. As we already know that there are two types of reproduction in plants, that is sexual and asexual. The same case is with the animals. They are also of the same kind. In humans, only sexual reproduction occur. But the difference is that plants have different parts to reproduce and humans have different organs. Let's study about this in detail. There are basically two types of reproduction, that is sexual and asexual reproduction. So first look at sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is the reproduction that involves the production of offspring by the fusion of male and female gamete. सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन में क्या होता है, एक मेल गैमेट होता है और एक फीमेल गैमेट होता है, उन दोनों का फ्यूजन होता है और एक यंग वन फॉर्म होता है, दैट इज़ द सेक्शुअल रिप्रोडक्शन. As we have studied earlier, one plant have different parts to reproduce themselves. But in human, there are two parents that have different organs, that is male reproductive organ and female reproductive organ. As we studied in plant, the reproductive organ in humans are also produce gametes that fuse to form a zygote. Further, zygote developed into a new individual or young one. In this reproduction, male and female gamete fuses to form new young one और offspring. अब यहाँ आपको पता होना चाहिए गैमेट्स क्या होते हैं. गैमेट्स ऑर्गेनिज्म के रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल्स होते हैं, उसी को हम सेक्स सेल्स भी कहते हैं. फीमेल गैमेट्स आर कॉल्ड एज ओवा और एग सेल्स. मेल गैमेट्स आर कॉल्ड स्पर्म. गैमेट्स आर हैप्लॉइड सेल्स. हैप्लॉइड को हम एन से डिनोट करते हैं, मतलब हर एक सेल और गैमेट कैरीज ओनली वन कॉपी ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स. पेरेंट सेल कैरीज टू कॉपी ऑफ क्रोमोसोम्स, उसमें से वन कॉपी ऑफ क्रोमोसोम गैमेट में होते हैं. और जब मेल गैमेट फीमेल गैमेट के साथ फ्यूज़ होता है तब जाके जाइगोट बनता है. सो लेट्स स्टडी रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट्स और ऑर्गन्स इन ह्यूमंस and study the process of reproduction in them, that is male reproductive organ, female reproductive organ, and how the fertilization occur. So first look at the male reproductive organ in human. Here you can see it includes urinary bladder, pair of sperm duct, pair of testes, and penis. A pair of testes, pair means two in number and singular or single is testes. Next is sperm duct. It is also in two numbers, means in pair. It also known as vas deferens. Basically, the function of sperm duct is to transport sperm from testes to urinary bladder. Sperm produces in testes. Sperms are male gametes or male reproductive cell. Millions of cells produced by the testes. Sperm transport from the testes to urinary bladder and finally ejaculated through penis. Urine also passes through the penis. Here you can see the sperm in the next picture. Sperms are very small in size. We have already studied in chapter microorganisms, friends and form. Sperms are single cell. It has a head, a middle piece and a tail. Nucleus is present in its head. So what is the purpose of sperm tail? Sperm tail helps to swim or flow the sperm in female reproductive system. Tail allows the sperm to become motile, hence helps to sperm to reach ovum which is larger in size and non-motile that we will study in a while. So here you can see the female reproductive organ in human. In female reproductive organ, here you can see pair of ovaries. Pair means two, as we studied earlier in testes. In ovaries, the egg or ovum, that is female reproductive cell or female gamete, is formed. Next is oviduct. Duct means nully or tube. Oviduct is also known as fallopian tube. It is also in pair, means two in numbers. It is the site for fertilization. मतलब यहीं पे आके फीमेल गैमेट एंड मेल गैमेट फ्यूज होते और एम्ब्रियो फॉर्म होता है. एंड नेक्स्ट इज यूट्रस. एम्ब्रियो form in oviduct and transfers into the uterus where fetus or baby develop, that we will study in a while. In human being, a single matured egg is released in the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month. Means like in January, left ovary produces egg and in next month, February, right ovary produces egg. Egg is very small in size. If it get fertilized with sperm, then baby develop, and if it is not fertilized, then the non-fertilized egg come out of the vagina as menstrual cycle. Here you can see the structure of egg. Egg is the female reproductive cell or female gamete. It is very small in size and it is very simple in structure. It is having nucleus in the center in cytoplasm. Now fertilization. As you know, in the sexual fertilization, two parents require, mother and father. So the first step of reproduction is the fusion of sperm from father and an egg cell from mother. It is known as fertilization. Fertilization is of two types: internal fertilization and external fertilization. In internal fertilization, fusion or fertilization occurs inside the female body, is called as internal fertilization. It occurs in many animals, humans, cow, dogs, hens, etc. In external fertilization, fusion or fertilization occurs outside the body, is called external fertilization. In these animals, fertilization takes place in water. Most of the aquatic animals show external fertilization. For example, frog. Look at the internal fertilization in detail. इंटरनल फर्टिलाइजेशन में क्या होता है, एग सेल मदर का और स्पर्म सेल फादर से दोनों फ्यूज होते हैं इनसाइड द फीमेल बॉडी और इंटरनल फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है लाइक इन ह्यूमंस. As we studied, male produce millions of sperm. When sperm come in contact with an egg, it may fuses with the eggs. Female produce only single egg cell. और ये फ्यूजन होता है ओविडक्ट में यानी फेलोपियन ट्यूब में. During fusion or fertilization, the nuclei of sperm, which is present in head of sperm, enters into egg cytoplasm, where it fuses with the nuclei of egg, then form a single nucleus. This fused single nucleus is fertilized egg or zygote. Zygote is the beginning of new young one. That's why when young one have some characters from mother and some characters from father. For example, if mother is having blue eyes and young one is also having blue eyes, then this character of eyes come from his mother. or father is having curly hairs and young one is also having curly hairs, then this character of curly hair comes from his father, like that. Here you can see the fertilization occurs in oviduct and zygote forms. This zygote cell then begin to form group that develops into different tissues and organs of the young one's body. That developing structure is known as embryo. Embryo then embedded or attached in the wall of the uterus for further development, that is known as implantation. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो जो फर्टिलाइज्ड एग मतलब जाइगोट था वो डिवाइड कर रहा है 2 cells, देन 4 cells, देन 8 cells, देन 16 cells और बाद में ब्लास्टोसिस्ट बनता है. दिस ग्रुप ऑफ सेल इज नोन एज एम्ब्रियो. एम्ब्रियो डेवलप हो गया है, ये सब फेलोपियन ट्यूब में होता है और अब एम्ब्रियो यूट्रस के वॉल पे अटैच्ड हो जाता है, दैट इज इम्प्लांटेशन. फिर बाद में इसी एम्ब्रियो को हम फीटस बोलते हैं. यू कैन सी इन दिस पिक्चर फीटस बाद में यूट्रस में डेवलप होता है और बॉडी के डिफरेंट पार्ट्स बनते हैं जैसे कि हैंड्स, लेग्स, हेड्स, ईयर्स, इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स एक्सेट्रा. जब फीटस पूरा डेवलप हो जाता है तब मदर बेबी को बर्थ देती है. Sometimes what happens in some women, fallopian tube or oviduct are blocked. So women are unable to bear babies because sperm cannot reach the egg for the fertilization. क्योंकि हमने अभी पढ़ा फर्टिलाइजेशन ओविडक्ट में होता है, जब वही ब्लॉक होगी तो फर्टिलाइजेशन नहीं हो पाएगा. So in such cases doctors do IVF, means in vitro fertilization. विट्रो मीन्स आउटसाइड द बॉडी, मतलब फीमेल बॉडी के बाहर लैब में टेस्ट ट्यूब में फर्टिलाइजेशन करते हैं, इसलिए जो बेबी बॉर्न होता है उसे हम टेस्ट ट्यूब बेबी कहते हैं. सो व्हाट डॉक्टर्स डू, दे कलेक्ट फ्रेशली रिलीज्ड एग फ्रॉम मदर एंड स्पर्म फ्रॉम फादर एंड कीप देम टुगेदर फॉर फ्यू आवर्स for IVF, means in vitro fertilization, and when the zygote form, they keep in the lab for about a week to develop more. At blastocyst stage, it is placed again in the mother's uterus. Then further development of fetus takes place in the uterus and the baby is born like other normal baby. This is actually a very expensive treatment. Do you know in hen there is also internal fertilization occur? Let's study how. As you know, hens lay egg, they do not give birth to babies. Then how chicken born? In hen, after fertilization, zygote divides repeatedly and form embryo. And embryo forms many protective layer around it, that is the hard shell of the egg. Then hen finally lays the egg. Then you must have seen the hen sitting on the eggs to provide sufficient warmth. It takes 3 weeks for embryo to develop into cheek. So embryo से cheek develop होता है egg के अंदर. Then it bursts open the eggshell and cheek comes out. Now let's study external fertilization. एक्सटर्नल फर्टिलाइजेशन में क्या होता है, एम्ब्रियो भी फीमेल बॉडी के बाहर बनता है. डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एम्ब्रियो टेक्स प्लेस आउटसाइड द फीमेल बॉडी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक्वेटिक एनिमल, फ्रॉग. यू मस्ट हैव सीन द क्लस्टर्स ऑफ फ्रॉग्स एग floating in water in rainy season. When male and female frog comes together in water, the female frog lays hundreds of eggs. These eggs are not covered with the shell like in the hen's egg. Frogs eggs are very delicate. उनके surrounding में jelly होती है. That jelly provides protection and keeps together all the eggs. Then male frog deposits sperms on them. As you know, sperms can move. They float in water and comes in contact with the eggs. This results in fertilization. So, here male and female gamete fertilize outside the female body. This is known as external fertilization. After some time, you must have seen numerous tadpoles swimming in the ponds and streams. It found in aquatic animals like frog, fish, starfish. Have you think Why frog lay hundreds of eggs and millions of sperms? Because all the eggs do not fertilize and developed into new young one. The egg and the sperm float in the water exposed to water movement, wind, rainfall and other animals are also there in water which may feed on eggs. So they need to lay more eggs and sperm so that at least few of them get fertilized. So now let's study what is viviparous. An animal that gives birth to the developed live young one is known as viviparous. For example, humans, animals, mammals, shark. Do you know there are more than 500 species of shark and most of them are viviparous. So then what is oviparous? Those animals that lay eggs are called oviparous animals. For example, aquatic animals, frog, turtle, fish, hen. Young ones develops to adults. In some animals, the young ones may look very different from the adults. As you studied in class 7th, in life cycle of silkworm, in silkworm, egg develops to larva or caterpillar. Then caterpillar develops to pupa and pupa develops to adult. Like that, in frog, egg develops to early tadpole or larva develops to late tadpole, and late tadpole develops to adult frog. Tadpole looks very different from the adults. Similarly, caterpillar looks very different from the silkworm. This process of transformation of larva or tadpole into adult through drastic changes is known as metamorphosis. It is not happen in humans because we have all the body parts by the time of birth. So, till now we have studied about the sexual reproduction in some familiar animals. But have you think how microorganisms reproduce themselves? They reproduce by asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, only single organisms can reproduce without involvement of another organisms. It is done by binary fission, by budding, fragmentation, and sporogenesis. Here you can see binary fission in amoeba. We have already studied about the structure of amoeba. It is single-celled organisms. Here reproduction begins by the division of its nucleus into the nuclei. This is followed by the division of its body into the two, each part receiving a nucleus. Finally, two daughter amoeba are produced from one parent amoeba. So, this is the binary fission. Another method of asexual reproduction is budding. In Hydra, the reproduction is done by budding. In this, Hydra may form one or more bulges or buds, then the buds grow and develop and then separates and new Hydra form. This type of asexual reproduction is called budding. So now you can understand what is sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. So the basic difference in sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction are: asexual reproduction involves one parent, sexual reproduction involves two parents. Asexual reproduction involves no gametes and sexual reproduction involves two gametes, that is male and female gametes. In asexual reproduction, offsprings or young ones are genetically same as that of the parents. In sexual reproduction, offsprings are genetically different from each parent. Have you heard cloning? Cloning is the production of an exact copy of a cell, any other living part, or a complete organism. Dolly was the first sheep that was cloned in 1996 after 227 failed trials. This was done by Ian Wilmot and his colleagues at the Roslin Institute in Edinburgh, Scotland. In this, there were two sheep. One was Scottish Blackface Eve and the other was Finn Dorset sheep. From the fine Dorset sheep, you had the nucleus from the mammary gland that was taken, and the egg was taken from the Scottish Blackface Eve. And from this egg of the Blackface Eve, the nucleus had been removed. And here, the nucleus of a mammary gland cells of fine Dorset sheep was inserted into the egg of Blackface Eve sheep. As a result, a new sheep that was produced is a fine Dorset sheep, exact replica of the fine Dorset sheep. However, the egg of egg was of the blackface Eve sheep. But from that egg, nucleus was removed, and in the nucleus, the genetic material is present, and the heredity material, that is chromosome, is present in the nucleus. This Dolly clone died on 14th Feb 2003 due to certain lung disease. This was the first successful clone. Cloning is very controversial subject because of various serious ethical issues. Cloned animal might not be as healthy as natural born animals. However, Dolly's sisters Daisy, Debbie, Denise, and Diana were cloned from the same group of cells year later and are faring much better because of the advances in embryo. So that's all. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel.